The fog clung to Blackthorn Asylum like a shroud, its tendrils obscuring the dilapidated building in a milky haze. The air hummed with a chilling silence, broken only by the mournful cry of a distant owl. It was a place that whispered of secrets and horrors, and I, Dr. Emily Hartwell, was drawn to its shadows like a moth to a flame. I had heard the whispers, the stories of strange occurrences at the asylum, vanished patients, unexplained noises, and the chilling presence of a young boy who roamed the halls. My colleagues scoffed, dismissing these tales as the product of overactive imaginations or the lingering effects of the asylum's dark past. But I knew better. I had seen the fear in the eyes of the staff, the tremor in their hands as they spoke of the unseen, and I felt it too, a prick cling on my skin, a cold dread that settled in my gut. I wanted to understand. I had spent years studying the human mind, unraveling the mysteries of trauma and madness, but here, within the confines of Blackthorn, I was confronted with a darkness I couldn't comprehend. It was as if the very walls held a collective consciousness, a lingering anguish that pulsed through the building. Then there was Michael Graves, a former detective with piercing blue eyes and a cynicism as sharp as his razor-thin haircut. He had been hired by the family of a young woman, Anna, who had vanished near the asylum. Michael was skeptical of my unorthodox methods, of my belief in the paranormal, but he knew the asylum. His brother, a troubled soul, had once been a patient here, and the memories of that time had haunted Michael ever since. We both arrived at Blackthorn with our own burdens, our own ghosts to exorcise. We were a peculiar pair, a psychiatrist and a detective, united by a shared curiosity and a thirst for the truth. Our investigation started on a cold, damp afternoon. The air inside the asylum was thick with the stench of decay and disinfectant, a potent cocktail that clung to my throat. Each room we entered held a whispered history, each object a tangible reminder of pain and suffering. It was here, in the abandoned ward for children, that we first encountered Isaac, the ghost of the young boy. He manifested as a fleeting shadow, a wisp of laughter echoing in the stillness. He seemed drawn to me, his spectral form flitting around my legs, his mournful eyes filled with a wordless plea. He led us through the maze of corridors, his spectral hand beckoning us towards a hidden room in the basement. The basement was a tomb of secrets, the air thick with a suffocating humidity and an oppressive silence. The walls were stained with the remnants of years of anguish, a horrifying tableau of the asylum's darkest history. It was here that we found evidence of Anna's disappearance, a single, blood-stained shoe and a chilling inscription scrawled on the wall, "She will never leave." The asylum, it seemed, held a sinister purpose, a dark energy that fed on the weakness of its inhabitants. I could feel the truth clawing at the edges of my mind, a horrifying glimpse of the chilling reality that awaited Anna. And then, I saw it. A flicker of movement in the shadows, a pair of eyes glowing with an unearthly light. Sister Agnes, the stern head nurse, was watching us, her face rigid, her eyes filled with fear and a chilling determination to protect the asylum's secrets. We had stumbled upon something more terrifying than we could have imagined. Blackthorn Asylum was not just a dilapidated building, it was a living entity, a dark heart beating with a malevolent purpose, and Sister Agnes, its guardian, was willing to do anything to keep its true nature buried. But Isaac, the young ghost, was determined to help. He led us through a hidden passage, towards a forgotten chamber, a sanctum of unspeakable horrors. The truth, it seemed, was closer than we thought, and the deeper we plunged into the heart of the asylum, the more we knew we were entering the domain of shadows where even the bravest souls dare not tread.